And what's going on?
Welcome to an all new episode of Damn, That's Good with Big Salinas Barbecue with Randy and Junior Salinas. The show starts now. What is going on, everyone? Welcome to an all new episode of Damn, That's Good with Big Salinas Barbecue. I'm Randy, of course, joined by my brother Junior Salinas, and we do have a special guest, Rudy with A Fuego Lento Seasoning. We're going to be chatting with him today. So we'll get right into it. Let's just get this party started. I think this is episode. Let me check real quick. What episode we are on? 69. A good fun episode for you. So without further ado, let's just get this party started. First of all, let's thank our sponsors for this year, which are uh, SmokerBuilder.com and Curveball Whiskey. If you have not heard of those two, be sure to check them out. SmokerBuilder.com to get your Super 55 drum smoker, or even you can order it online. You can buy it, have it built. You can build it yourself, whatever you want. He's got different options for you. And then, of course, Curveball Whiskey. If you haven't tried Curveball Whiskey, it's the original barbecue whiskey that's going to take that Friday night or even Super Bowl Sunday to an all new level. What you got, Junior?
That's all I got. Yeah, definitely try that curveball whiskey for sure. You will not be disappointed. And of course, like I said, anything you try it. Don't just try it once, try it twice. Big thing to all our sponsors. But let's get this stuff going. Daddy Dutch is he?
Yeah,
What's
big
going
old
on?
Kent is in the house. Uh, so I don't think I've cooked anything since we last been on.
Not me.
Um, yeah, cooked anything either. What have you cooked up lately, Rudy?
Hey, what's going on, guys? Yeah, man. What did I cook? First and foremost, Randy Jr., a pleasure to be here in your awesome podcast. Rudy was the Fuego Lento Seasoning. Man, I cooked on, I think it was Saturday. I actually cooked some porterhouse steaks and T-bones. I brought from Mexico. Believe it or not, Mexico, they got some good meat, man. People sleep on it. We don't just eat cats and dogs or even horses down there. We eat good stuff, man. Believe it or not. So I visit a lot in Mexico, and then sometimes I'll bring some meat because there's some great uh, meat markets down there that are premium, great stuff, man. So I had some porterhouse T-bones, man. Finally cooked them.
Wow, I'm hungry already.
Yeah,
It sounds delicious just saying the word
yeah.
Tebow Porterhouse.
He be cooking up some good stuff, especially on TikTok Live.
Oh
If you
yeah.
have followed him on TikTok, go follow him. He's got some amazing cooks, amazing products that we'll dive here in a little bit. Uh, First off, Rudy, tell us about yourself and how the whole rub business got started.
Wow, man. Yeah, a little bit about myself. Rudy Sarate again with the Fuego Lento Seasoning. Uh, Born in Texas, Texas by heart. Originally from the West Texas area. I don't know what my parents did afterwards. They went all the way down south to the 956. We have a lot of family in the valley. And then I don't know what they were thinking. They came all the way back to Houston area. So I'm from the Western Panhandle, and then we went all the way down to 956, and we're right here in Houston, Texas. Been here for so long, man. It's been a great city that I enjoy. But what got me in this business, man? You know, obviously cooking is a big part of a lot of people from the 956, or in general, a lot of Texans. We love to cook, man. So you know, you gotta love what you do, right? And that's always been a passion of mine, cooking open fire and whatever was thrown at me. But I think a lot of businesses started during COVID. So COVID has good things and have bad things. You know, a lot of loved ones, we lost. I know I did, and but some good stuff came out, and I think during COVID is when, well, I know when A Fuego Lento came out was during COVID season, man. So we were just grilling every day. You know, we had that stay home curfew. Uh, so we were staying home, but we were outside, man. We were just grilling every day. Like I was grilling content, and I was just playing with some rubs, and that's how it started. People were just like, "Hey, man, do you sell those?" And I'm like, "No, I just do them because I like to cook and I like having fun, and we should sell them. We want to try them." I said, "You know what? I'm gonna do a bunch, and I'm gonna give them away. I'm gonna give them away, and then you guys tell me what you think." So that's how it started, man. So it started with the COVID era, and just from there, we're still learning. We're still a small company, man, but every day we're learning something new, man. I learn from you all the time, Mr. Randy.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, we're learning from each other. I'll tell you that much. Uh, we're along the same lines of hey, let's help each other out. Let's grow together. Because like we said it here in the past, you know, the barbecue industry. It's big. There's a lot of money out there. We can all get a piece of the pie, and let's go out there and just have some fun and forget all the other stuff. Let's just come together. So we're on the same page of all that, and it's been
Oh yeah.
great to watch you just knock it out of the park with all your sales and your amazing videos and following that you got now. So
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. I remember when I started, I saw you, and I would bounce messages, and you would answer them. And finally, you gave me
yep,
your number. We started chatting. So believe it or not, just that little input you gave me about your website and how you do things, it's a lot of value, man. Like you said earlier, it's no, life is competition, right? We don't see each other like that. We ultimately we collab. I think in this day and
yep,
age, in this era, you got to collab with people in order to excel. It's you can't just do it alone, man. You can't do it alone. So you embrace that. I appreciate that, and thank you for again allowing me to be here in front of you guys and your awesome audience, man. But we're just someone just trying to make it. That's all we're trying to do. That's all we're trying to do.
yeah, for sure. That is all we're trying to do. And then of course, Daddy Dutch, we will not be in Houston at the end of the month. We are going to be at a cook off here in Irving. We're going to get our season started in Irving. Work's keeping me away from traveling right now, so
Yeah.
unfortunately can't make it. But we're for sure going to probably try to go down there next year.
Yes.
But it is what it is. Uh, but I know we've talked about it. We're gonna one day we'll kind of meet up in Houston. We'll have a get together because like I said, you've been doing some amazing cooks out there with a live fire
Yeah,
cooking. That's something we hadn't done yet in a while. Well,
No.
honestly, we had. I don't think. Yeah, we've never done it.
No.
We
I said, I
we
don't
may
think
do it, kind of, messing up, but nothing
we
like what you're doing. So you'll have to definitely teach us your ways when we meet up.
we need to,
Cause
man. So you guys are doing some cook-offs here soon in your area?
yep, yeah, our season is going to get started on the 24th, and then from March, April, we'll have a couple cook-offs. Then right now they'll all be kind of in North Texas because my work schedule, like I said, I can't get off Monday through Friday for the first 3 months, so until April, and then we'll kind of venture out. We'll hit. I think I'll try to pick a Houston one or somewhere close to Houston so I can meet up with all my Houston people. And of course, we'll be at the American Royal this year in October. For anybody going and wants to hook up with us there, we'll be there. I think all week planning on it.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah. That's one thing that we're not doing much, honestly. Is really participating on these cook-offs here and there. We do sponsor one team.
oh, I think he froze. He's having bad internet connections, y'all.
That's all
Um,
right. It's all right. No, like you said, you answered Daddy Dutch's question. No, we won't be there this year. We're looking at it maybe next year. If not, we just all may have to get together, Austin or somewhere else, and just have a weekend and have some good times going on. But yeah, we'll get him back here in a second. Let him finish his statement.
Sorry about that, guys.
Hey, no, you're good. You're good.
Yeah.
You
I'm
can't
out here in the
Yeah. Yeah.
warehouse. So the warehouse, I guess it's the aluminum building here or whatever. It doesn't like my internet sometimes. I was talking to Randy. There's sometimes that it's flawless, but
Yep.
I don't know where I left off. But we need to get definitely and we need to get more involved on these cooking the cooking. We sponsor one team and we do go and show support. And he's won some great awards using our rubs and stuff. Uh, but I definitely need to get out there, man. I definitely need to get out there. I'm gonna go see a good friend of ours, a good rub maker as well, TXQ. Um, he'll be in Houston here in the rodeo in Houston. He's always in the Go Texan tent, and so I'll be visiting
Okay.
those guys. M- Maybe as of now, I'm gonna go see him. He'll be there for a whole week. Whole week. So
Yep.
I'm gonna go check those guys out.
Oh yeah, for
Check
sure.
out my
That
koozie,
is
man.
the spot to go check out. Oh yeah, see, so I'm talking about
Yeah.
that big Salinas koozie right
So I
there.
don't want
That's
YouTube to
it.
knock it out, but this is not alcohol beverages. This is just mineral water. It's mineral water.
Yeah, yeah, and you don't really have to. Like what I always tell people, you don't really have to get involved in the competition scene. It's nice to kind of do it just to kind of you know it gets you one to get you out of your element. What I tell people is to if you're cooking in the backyard and you want to try something new, definitely try it. Uh, but for the rub makers, for ourselves,
Yeah.
you don't really have to as long as you can put out the good content that come in, or you have those ambassadors or people that believe in your product and help you spread that word, and you just stay true to whatever vision um, that that you have to stay true to that, and you can't go wrong. What I say.
Yeah, you're
Agreed.
right. You're right.
But let's talk about those rubs. You got a lot of amazing rubs. Which one was the first one that started it all? What's that first one?
The first one was just your basic. It used to call Esa Way, but it's actually the AP, the all-purpose,
AP.
and we call it Para Todo. So our rubs have a little Spanish flair on every name. Um, it's mixed reviews we get about that, but it's called the AP. You guys there?
All purpose.
Yeah. So it's our
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
all-purpose.
we're here. We're here.
Okay. Yeah, it looked like I froze for a second. So this is our first rub, which is the AP rub, you know, and it's just salt, pepper, garlic, has a little chili piquin. So believe it or not, our all-purpose rub has chili piquin. It's not spicy. We just took away a little bit of the man, I can't think. For our pepper source, for our heat source, we put chili piquin, man. Chili piquin.
Yeah, you
You got chili
definitely
piquin?
different on the
What
rubs.
chili
Yeah,
piquin is?
yeah, it's good. I mean, the ones I tried is the let me think, the El Mero Mero one, and then
Yeah,
the lemon pepper
the
with the
piquin
chili
lemon pepper.
piquin in there. Yep.
yeah. That lemon pepper one.
Yeah. So, but
That one's hard to keep in stock,
yeah,
man.
you mentioned is it? I believe it. Yeah, because I mean,
Yeah,
there's all just regular lemon pepper out there. So if you want some heat on it, definitely that's the one to go to. And it is different. Um, so you can't go wrong if you love lemon pepper and you just want to try something else. Give that Peking lemon pepper a try. Along with other ones. Um, I know that lemon pepper you said this is hard to keep in stock. What are the other top sellers that
yeah,
you would always recommend?
Yeah, it just depends on the algorithm for that week or that month. Like I know we talked about what do we do differently on like on TikTok or IG. It's just weird, man. Some people have different ways of seeing things on a monthly basis. So sometimes we sell out like on the Peking lemon pepper, and then sometimes our carne asada, which we just changed our label up here. That one, just by changing the label, just by tweaking, we had that conversation about just tweak something, and then it could just be something visual because there's a lot of people that eat with their eyes, man. They don't see the whole picture, what you really put into it, but you could put like a unicorn right there, and people will buy because it has a unicorn. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So I'm kind of learning that. I haven't accepted it yet,
Yeah.
because I kind of like the rustic look. Like your logo, right? It's all there. I'm like, heck yeah, that's beast. That's killer. That's what he likes. That's him, right? But in the consumer's eyes, they sometimes want us to tweak something. I'm learning that part.
Yep.
I don't know if I just made sense, man.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's you got to try to draw their attention from the eye first and pick up the bottle and try to see, okay, what's in it. Oh, this is different. Let me try it. When we go
Yeah,
into the stores that may have it open, then they can try to enhance and see how good it is, and go from there. So yeah, definitely you got to draw them in with the eyes first.
yeah. Essentially, that's what I'm learning, and we're still learning, man. We're not even there, man. We're just trying to get out there, just like you,
Yep.
and just I think we're enjoying more. We're enjoying it. You got to enjoy it. You got to enjoy it.
Yep. Now, where can they find your product, online or in stores?
Yeah, we're heavily online. We believe e-commerce right now is the market share, and we're trying to just be in there for the most part. A lot of people has requested if we're at stores. Uh, we're like, man, you buy everything online, buy my stuff online. I promise you, you're gonna get some good product. But we're online based. It's a fuegolento.shop. We do have a few stores within the Houston area, South Texas. We still haven't made. We're actually in up north. We're actually in Plainview, but we're not in Dallas area where you're at, or that region. We're not there yet. In Austin, San Antonio, we're not there yet. You know, I'm pushing online, brother. I don't know what you do in your
Yep.
stores, but I'm really, really saying, doing the Jeff Bezos. Like you need to buy online. Buy online. Why do you
Yep.
ask me where could I buy it at the store? I'm like, you go to online to buy everything.
Yep.
So
Facts. Sure, nobody buys. No, we're on it too. We like to support, your mom
you,
shop
you
on it,
of
but
course.
it has to be worth it, because we don't want to. You don't want to go in there and work out a deal, and then it's there, and then nobody buys it, and then they're like re-up. So then it's like a confidence you get shot. Kind of like, oh, my confidence is when I put it in this store. 5 people bought it, and they never asked me to re-up. So I think
Yep.
we're just been kind of going towards the online market. Order it
Yeah,
when you.
man.
We take some to competitions. That's one of the big things we go, and we're going to be here. You want some? Come pick it up directly for me right here. So that's one thing that we've started doing that's kind of worked out as well for us.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, I
Yep.
think. Uh, uh, Man, 98% of our sales, or 99, is online.
Yeah.
Is we're online, so definitely that's what
Yeah.
we're always trying to get better, right? Our website, our platform, our landing page. Um, can we communicate with buyers after they buy? Can we send them a coupon just for appreciation? When something new is released, can we send them a mass email, a landing page? So there's a lot of little things that I'm learning, and believe it or not, it works. Hey, it's Valentine's week. Here's 10%. You got 10% saving for being one of our clients, and they all get an email with little heart, and then they come and buy. So I'm learning
Yep.
that algorithm. You know what I mean? Um, but it's a great business, man. It's having fun. I'm sure you guys are having fun with it. And man, let me ask you guys a questions if you don't mind.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Go for it.
So how did you guys like what when did you guys start it, and how did it come about? Like, we all follow great seasoning companies, and did it start like with that, or how did it come about, man?
So we're back in officially 2014. So next month will be 10 years.
Oh
Uh,
wow.
yeah. But it started just as a catering company that we were doing with our
Okay.
dad, because he did it when we were growing up, when Junior was in high school, and I think I was still maybe sixth grade or something, sixth or
Yeah,
seventh.
middle school, if
Um,
not younger.
yeah, when he was doing catering company, and then he got sick, diagnosed with cirrhosis of liver, so he stopped. So in 2014, just watching barbecue pit masters, got the itch. I just went out there, started cooking with them, and that started the whole business idea of just cooking, catering. That's it. And then maybe like 4 or 5 years ago, uh, let's see, with COVID, we had about five. It was right before COVID actually officially hit. Uh, I decided, you know what, we're gonna just bottle this sauce because I had been making it, trying to perfect it. I finally found it. Everybody wanted it here in our family, so it's like, I'm just gonna bottle it and go from there. Submitted everything. COVID hit. We all got locked down, and I was like, "Well, I paid $1,000. Am I going to get this stuff? What's going on?" And luckily, we're able to kind of get right there, right in the nick of time. So that's how we got started. We had no intentions of doing rubs or sauces, and here we are. Got all these amazing products behind us. Won a whole bunch of awards. Got cooks cooking all around
Yeah.
Texas, United States cooking. Winning awards. I tell people, our product is just it'll complement whatever you're doing. So we're not going to say ours is the best out there. That the people to decide, because there's different. Everyone has different tastes. I think I may like my product over yours. You may like yours over mine. But at the end of the day, both of those reps can come together and make something totally awesome, which makes it that much better. So I mean, that's just how we got
That's
started.
it.
Like I said, no intentions of doing any
Yeah,
of this.
and
Yeah, it's crazy how everything, happens, and same thing with us.
Yep.
It's a great a great business to be in, honestly.
Yep.
I love some of the feedback I get from people. Like, I learn a lot from feedback. It's very rare we get negative feedback. Very rare. Obviously, everyone has different taste buds.
Yep.
Um, so and obviously, I think the negative feedback we're getting right now is shipping. Is shipping.
Oh, that's
You,
everybody.
yeah. Right now, whatever happened with USPS, um, here in our area, there's still packages from Christmas. Not mine, not mine, but um, we had a lot that were held up from January 6th until January 11th. That batch got held, and I think we had like 30 something please. So that's the only negative feedback I get. Then in the consumer's eyes, hey, what are you guys taking so long? And I'm like, what? I'm like, it was shipped the next day for the most part. What do you mean? What's taking us so long? Well, yeah, I haven't received it, right? And I'm like, well, what's going on? And then I look at the tracking number. Well, then it's something to do with our carriers, and we give our
Yep.
clients options. Like you could choose USPS, UPS, FedEx, and of course, most of them go USPS because it's the cheapest.
Yep.
And we get stuck. You know that's the only thing we get right now. I'm learning. I'm like, how can we perfect that? How can we get that better, man? I don't think it's gonna get better. E-commerce
Yeah.
business right now is dominating, and there's a lot of stuff bouncing around all over the place right now.
Yep. And it's with us. It's the same issue. UPS taking USPS taking too long. The shipping has gone up on everything.
Everything.
So I get those emails. Why is it so much? I'm like, I don't control that. It's done. The system does it for you
Yeah.
now. And sometimes I tell them, it may charge you $14, but when I go to ship it and box everything, it's going to charge me $16 for whatever reason. And I don't.
Yeah.
To me, it's like whatever. But yeah, I've shipped some stuff, and it's like it goes from Dallas to or from Princeton to like McKinney area to let's say Louisville, and it should be next days. I've had it to where it goes to Capel, and all of a sudden it ends up in another state, and 3 days later it's now getting delivered. I ordered something from Bill Purvis, and it's he shipped it. I think next day or two, which I was fine. I know he's busy. He had a whole bunch of orders, but it bounced around in that Houston area from one spot to another spot, and then finally made its way over here. I was like, you know what, I I uh, I know exactly. I knew that was going to be an issue, but you know
That's
what? I had
crazy,
the
right?
patience of it. But it's
Yeah.
like there's nothing we can do.
We'll blame Mags.
Uh,
Yeah. That, so
yeah,
I'm glad I'm not the only one having that problem, man, because that's my like I sleep at night, believe it or not. I sleep at night. But I think about it. That lady who said, "Oh, you guys," I'm like, "What do you mean?" That was my
yeah,
anniversary gift, and I'm like, I was expecting to give this to my husband. It was a cap and rubs and all this stuff. I'm like, man, I am so sorry. Of course, we compensate her with something else, and it finally got there, but it was out of our control. Out of
yeah.
our control.
And the good thing is some people do understand. They know it's not us.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
They know you can see what it is because I'm pretty sure when someone orders from something from you, they get a tracking number, so they can go on there and look.
yep, yep,
Yep.
But some people, for whatever reason, I guess they've missed that and decided, what, I'm just going to email the company and see why it's taken them a week for them to send me my tracking to see what USPS is doing. There's nothing we can do. There's nothing we can do about that for
Nothing at
sure.
all. No, for real. I've seen something and it's gone from for whatever reason. You're right. Went was from Pennsylvania to me, and it went for whatever reason. It went all the way to Oregon for whatever reason at all. And I was the guy was like, the package went to Oregon. He's like, how did it go to Oregon? It really went totally across the country. Then came back to me. I still, got it in somewhat reasonable time, but yeah, people just they gotta be patient with the shipping. That's the only
Yeah.
thing.
yeah.
We ordered something off of Amazon, and I looked yesterday, and it hadn't even shipped, and it said it was supposed to be there today, like yesterday. It just came today, so it came a day late. But I looked at it now, and it's like, oh, it's out for delivery. So everything's behind. The systems are running delayed for everything. So, my regular job, I track packages sometimes to see what's going on, and it's just like, okay, we got to be patient because it may not work how you want it to be. But I don't know.
Yeah.
Just gotta
Uh,
order way ahead of time, I guess. I don't know. Think about anniversary for next year and go ahead and order it now and just set it aside. But
yeah. You got to start planning everything now ahead of time.
Yeah.
Just to try to get
start
everything
planning your anniversary
done.
next year, man.
Yeah. anniversary, Valentine's Day, Mother's Day's coming up, Father's Day's coming up. Go ahead and start getting those
Stock
orders
up,
in.
right? Like, hey
Yeah,
man, stock up. Like, stock
yeah,
up now. Why wait? Why wait for my email chain?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
You know
I'm
what?
pretty
I
sure
should
that.
do that. That you give me an
Yeah,
idea, brother. If you
yeah.
have
Hey,
you have a
holidays are coming
Valentine's
up.
Day,
Hey,
anniversary, President's Day, you name it, right?
yeah. Stock up now.
Well, if you
Have
think
those
about it
gifts
too,
waiting.
correct. If you think about it, like I get one, ordered some shirts from Fanatics, and it's like, hey, baseball season starting up. I'm already getting the ones for baseball season that's starting. They ain't even gone to spring training yet, and I'm already get your baseball stuff now because they already know um, the designs for 2024. They know it's going to take a while to get to you, so they're trying to get you to stock up and buy it now instead of trying to
Yep.
get it. Um, but yeah, we will. It's just I don't know. We both got to figure out that issue.
Yeah,
Yeah,
awesome.
we
So,
do.
what's y'all's favorite thing to cook, man?
I was just about to ask you that, man.
Man, I'm
Uh,
telling you.
yeah. Me, you can probably tell by my TikToks what it is brisket.
Yeah,
I'll get down on brisket. That's my zen, I would say. That cooking a brisket from the prep work, the amount of time that goes into whether it's cooking on offset or drum smoker competition, whatever it is, that whole cooking process to me, that's my zen. That's my favorite thing. What about you, Junior?
yeah,
uh, Mine would be I don't know. I've cooked a lot of steaks. I seem to cook a lot of steaks. I do get the little what is it the flat side or the point side from HEB for the little briskets. It's perfect for
yeah,
just
yeah,
my
yeah,
little
yeah.
family of three. So when I'm here at work, when I'm working from home that day, I'll start that thing around 9 or 10, and then cook it, let it rest, and by the time they get here, it's time to eat it. So my little one loves brisket. So especially Randy's. I said we're gonna go have Randy's brisket. Okay, let's go. She's all excited. Um,
Mm-hmm.
for it. But yeah, for me, I think mine would be steaks. When I do cook it, that's what I like to cook.
Steaks, awesome.
What about you, Rudy?
Yeah, you got to answer.
Yeah, yeah. What would you think, man?
Probably some tri-tip or picanha. I would think some kind of steak.
Yeah, I actually like doing cabrito. Cabrito.
Okay. Yeah, I've seen you cook that quite a
Cabrito.
bit, for sure. When
Yeah,
was the last
that
time you cooked it?
December, December,
December.
December, December. Yeah, we actually cooked a cabrito and also a borrego, which is a lamb, and some deer. We had some great cooks in Mexico in December. We had some great cooks in December. But I love the cabrito process. I love the open fire. I love the way it starts. You got to time it right. I love the coloring it provides at the end. It's a long process, but it's you got to really enjoy it, just like your brisket, right? You got to
Yep.
low and slow and really understand the fire, the wind, and you got to time your company when they're going to come by. Because you always have that. Hey man, is it ready? Is it ready? No man, just wait up.
Yeah.
But cabrito, man, that's one of my favorite things to cook right now. Besides picanha too. I love doing it open fire. Al pastor, they call it al pastor. Um,
Yeah.
I love the churrasco style, which is the Brazilian style. I love cooking it that way. I think it gives it a better overall texture. It's more like an appetizer when you have people over. You're just cutting it, talking to people, and cutting it and cutting it and cutting it. I like it smoked as well. I like it smoked as well. But yeah, man, those are my two favorite cooks right now, uh, which I enjoy. I enjoy a lot. Man, I still can't master the brisket. I just cannot, man. I don't know if it's my impatience that that I just cannot, man. There's sometimes I don't come out like, man, I want to show this. I'm going to show it to TikTok or everyone. there's times that it's just bonkers, just
Yeah.
cannot cannot get it.
Hey,
And that
sometimes you
That's
gotta just
tough,
put it
man.
out there. You never know. That's how some people are blown up, is those mistakes, those bad cooks.
Yeah,
Grabs people's attention and they start going and looking. Um, you know, so sometimes you got to just post it and see what happens. Uh,
yeah.
but yeah,
but
brisket
he's
is one
right.
you do have to master.
Brisket does take some time, and people get caught up on. I know I have when I've tried it. Is the whole when it stalls? What do I do? What do I do? You just got to be like, just got to stick with it. It's one of those things that it's gonna when it unstalls, it's gonna go fast, and you better be ready. So you got to be. That's it's time. That's the brisket telling you, hey, it's time. It's you get ready because I'm coming. I don't know when, but I'm coming. And I think we have a friend that's done it, and he gets every time when we know when he's cooking a brisket because he hits the stall and he gets nervous, and we're like, calm down, it'll be okay.
Yeah,
But he's starting to get it, and it takes a long time. I know Randy's first couple briskets that he did on his own weren't the best in the world, but he's getting it down pretty good. So just stick with it. Um, I leave the brisket to him. I don't even like to touch it.
Yeah.
yeah, that is true. So you like the live fire cooking more than or the open fire more than like an offset? Is that what you
For the most part, I do more offset. I do more open
okay?
fire cooks. I'll smoke a few things here and there. Like Friday, I think we were talking. I'm actually gonna do some cook for some friends of mine. They open up an office, and I was like, man, you guys have been good to us. I have the urge to cook. I want to cook for you guys. So I'm actually going to cook something simple. When I mean by simple, I like cooking every once in a while some tri-tip, smoking some tri-tip. I think it's a fast smoke, and if you put the right wood, it'll give you a nice smoky taste. So I kind of like the tri-tip, and so I'm probably going to smoke something, and those you cannot get them wrong. You cannot get them wrong.
Yeah.
Uh, and so fajitas, it's I love cooking those because they're fast. Get them out the way. I'm smoking my fajitas. Well, I'm actually doing. I'm searing them first, and then I'll smoke them for a little bit. But you gotta be careful because they could be beef jerky.
Yep,
Quick.
So
that is
I've
true.
learned now. I've learned. I put them on the very back side of the smoker, like way where the stack is at, somewhere hidden back there. So
Yep.
I'll sear them for a little bit, and then I'll put them in the smoker for a few, and man, they come out fantastic, man. Of course, not the thin cut fajita. It has to be a little
Yeah,
thick.
the thick cut.
Has to be
Yep.
thick. So I love doing that. I'm gonna smoke some fajitas. I'm gonna grill them first, and then I'm gonna put them in the smoker so they could have some smoke, some semi-smoked fajitas. Those are my go-to. Those are my go-to, man. That's what I love to do, and I think I do it well, man. Just like your brisket, right? I mean, you
Yep.
gotta have something you really pound on, that you like.
Yep. Now, what kind of wood are you using? What's your preferred wood?
When I'm smoking, I love mesquite. I love mesquite. Of course, oak. Oak is depending what I'm eating. Depending what I'm eating.
Okay.
Like the fajitas, I prefer pecan for fajitas. That's just me to get that the little somewhat sweet taste. Depends what rub I'm gonna use for my meat. Would depend. Either I go mesquite, oak, or pecan. It just depends. You know. If it's just SPG, I eat a little bit of oak. But yeah, that's I just mix it up, man. Just mix it up. What's your go-to
Yep.
wood? What,
Yeah,
what
you can't
kind?
go wrong with any of those.
Yeah.
We use mainly pecan on really anything,
Yeah, I
whether it's
love pecan,
briskets,
man. That's actually
pork,
my favorite.
whatever it is. Yeah. Now I'll mix in some, like post oak or cherry wood. Kind of, especially with our competition cooks, but I'll use them every now and then on different cooks, whether fajita steaks, something simple, chicken, whatever. I'll throw in, those post oak or cherry just to kind of get a different flavor on there. But for the most part, it's all pecan.
Pecan.
Um, yeah, in this household.
Yeah.
Um, so, but yeah, most of the time, I would say besides wood, we're using some kind of lump charcoal. Whether most of that's oak anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
so
Yeah, you're right
yeah,
about that, man. And it's very rare you have people that wanna cook with pecan. They think it cooks and it burns fast. It can burn fast, but I think once you understand the pecan, it's actually I think it provides one of the best flavors, in my opinion. That's something I enjoy, which is the pecan.
yep. And it doesn't provide, in my opinion, that much smoke compared to some of the other
Yeah,
ones.
yeah,
I know when we smoke it, like they'll ask us how many hours you smoke it for. I'm like, I'll tell them 12 hours, even if it's 12 hours wrapped or unwrapped, or if I wrap them like after 8 hours, the smoke flavor is going to be very very small. Um, and you're not going to get something, heartburn, whether, if you go into one of those big chains, like Dickie's or Spring Creek Barbecue, and that's all you can taste is, that smoke flavor. So that's what I kind of, what, what we do. That's why we use it. Cause like I said, you don't get that much smoke. You get more of that beef, the holy garlic and noble rub kind of helps balance everything in and, gives it a really, really good flavor when it all
yeah.
marinates together.
Of
But you can
course,
get that
man.
with any wood. You just know how you have to know how to get it to cook right to the right temperature.
How did you guys come up with the names of your rubs?
That's all right.
Uh, yeah. So all of them but one were my names. Junior came up with holy garlic because I couldn't think of because it's just salt, pepper, garlic,
No.
and I couldn't think of what what to name it. So I sent him a text. He's like, "Hey, holy garlic." I'm like, "So that's a good name." So it stuck. But all the other rubs, the names I kind of go with something different. Something that kind of pops in my head one day because I don't want to be pork rub or beef rub or the same brands that you would see on a lot of these other ones, right? Um, I'm lucky I want our rubs to kind of stand out. So that's kind of how we come up with them. Like the porker rub. I was like, porker. That sounds, I always kind of heard people call it, she's a porker, he's a porker. I'm like, that's a good name. Um, and then the two newest ones, Cowabunga and Redemption. Cowabunga, yeah, I had to go with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Teenage,
Something off
teenage.
of it. Yeah, I
Oh
had
man,
to.
He loved it
you don't
growing
look that
up.
old, Randy. You don't look that old, Randy.
He's that old.
Yeah. Hey, barbecue keeps me young.
Yeah,
There's these rubs and sauces back here. Y'all got
The
to give them a
smoke,
try.
the
That's how to
smoke
do
keeps
it.
you young.
Yeah. Yes, that like I said, it popped in my head, and then the toughest one I had was the redemption. That's the one I couldn't think of. I knew I
I
wanted
like
something
I
with
like that. I
rib in
like that
there.
name.
Yeah,
Redemption.
and I was like, I hear people say, redemption. I was like, what, let's go with redemption. But
Yeah,
any name that kind of we go with, we kind of put it in there Google to see first of all if it's
yeah,
any
yeah.
kind of what's the word I'm looking for?
Similarity.
Um,
Correct.
yes,
Yeah.
copyrights, and
Copyrights.
make sure there's not a nobody else has it because I don't want to be 10 different people have that name or this other person has it. And I don't want nobody to come back and say, well, that was my name first. So kind of stay clear of that, or try to, I should say. That's how we came up with ours. How'd you come up with yours?
Yeah, really, just like you, right? Just started flirting with names. Like our very first one, we didn't have a name for it. We called it Esa Way, which is kind of slangy. We were just brainstorming, and in Spanish, we have a thing of saying like uh, pásame esa way or esa way,
Yep.
and so that kind of esa way. We were just having fun with it. That's how that came about, but we had to change it quick because people were picking up on it, and that was actually our first number one seller, and it still sells quite a bit. But we're like, no, you know what? We're getting out there. We gotta tone it down a little bit. So we ended up going with para todo, which is AP, the all purpose, the all
Yeah.
purpose the Vaquero beef rub, which is our smoke SPG. Uh, I just like the name Vaquero, so we're like, let's go with the Vaquero. It kind of goes with the whole A Fuego Lento seasoning, the piquin lemon pepper. But we just it's like, you know what, lemon pepper. We had called it Fuego lemon pepper. That was our first name, but it wasn't relating to what it was. We want to be piquin, right? Chili piquin. But we because we had Fuego on there, and this is a $1 trillion company, $1 trillion company. I'm like, I'm a
Wow.
tapo, I'm a tapo. Like, leave me alone, leave me alone. Like, what are you doing? You know? But I'm like, I don't even have your first name or what you think I have. Look at all these Fuegos, college Fuego this, Fuego that. I go, you gotta be kidding me, man. I go, you leave me alone.
Yeah.
But we didn't change it because of them. But I understand what you're saying about copyrights. But because it had Fuego on there, we got flagged. But we ended up changing it to what it really is, which is Peking lemon pepper. So we're trying to educate the audience, the people, what is chili piquin. So man, I'm just trying to be an advocate on it and keep providing content about chili piquin, chili piquin, chili piquin. But everyone has the carne asada, so I said, man, they just keep it traditional. They just do carne asada. Uh, no pasa nada, no pasa nada. That one was that. I don't know if you guys know Spanish.
Yeah. Very, very little though.
Very little.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be up.
Yeah,
We'll be upfront with you. Very, very little.
that's okay. That's okay. But I don't, there's a saying in Spanish where it's no pasa nada. Like it's all good, man. Like it's like
Yeah.
it's all good. It's all good, man. So we ended up calling it no pasa nada. That's so it just has a little Spanish kick names here and there, but it's just the way we talk, the way I was raised, I guess, and that's what kind of got that Spanish vibe influence in our names. I believe just be
Yeah.
yourself, embrace who you are, and then some people will like it, other people won't. But I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna be myself, and this is who we are. And man, you know what, it's been a blessing thus far.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. Yeah. And you got to stay true to who you are. Bring your kind of heritage into it.
Yeah.
Get your family involved and all that kind of stuff. That makes it better. Um, Junior, got any
But
questions?
I've got nothing right now. I had one. Well, the one earlier that I was thinking about is Randy's first sauce was a failure. Was an epic failure.
really, man,
It's
those sauces are killer, dude.
it's stunk up
Killer.
the house. It took about a couple of days. I mean, my mom. You bring it up around my mom, she's still mad. She still gets fired up. When you first did you make one and it's like you're like, this is not what I was going for at all. Have you ever done one where it's just like complete failure, but you just I mean, obviously you stuck with it and now it's there. But the first batch he ever made, I think we dumped it and then he tried again and then he tried again and then he was getting better and better and better with it. Have you had any one of your rubs that you've done that with? Or you're just like, we're just gonna throw this away. Nobody needs to know about this.
Oh yeah, man. It's happened. I think to everyone. And finally, I had one rub that I really loved, which is our first that one. And I had a 5 gallon bucket, dude, and I was mixing that thing because those were the ones I was giving away, and the bucket slipped out of my hand and boom, all over the kitchen floor, and I had to turn it in the next day. And it was night. It was like nighttime. I was like, what the heck? But yeah, I'm going off topic. But yeah, man, I've had some rubs that I had to throw away. And when even when I now all my I use a co-packager who does my rubs, who does my seasonings, with my ingredients. They could have off days too, man. You know, I was learning
Yep.
through them. They send me a big batch that I was waiting for, and I was like, "What is this? This is not even my rub." And I activated as back in stock, and people were just buying it. And then yeah, man, it's like this is an off day. This is not the rub, and it's a disaster, man. Disaster.
Yeah,
But yeah,
it happens sometimes.
we've had those rubs, man. When we were trial and error, this is too salty. I have a middle son. I have three boys, and my middle son, he's a food critic by heart. Like he would tell you, he doesn't care about my feelings. He's like, man, Dad, this is too salty, or I don't like it. And I'm like, and
Yep.
I'm trying to accept what he's telling me, right? It's kind of hurting me the same way, but we have the same taste buds, believe it or not. And I'm trying to like, damn, I knew he was gonna catch on to it. And you know what? You're right. You're right. You're right. Yeah, it's not good, right? He's like, nah, it sucks. Throw it away. But yeah,
Yep.
it's happened to everyone, man. It's happened to everyone.
Yeah, I think it's happened to everyone. I know personally, I've had the porker rub. How that one come about? Um, I was mixing a batch of the holy garlic. At least I thought I was, and then I realized, like, wait a minute, did I put garlic powder, or onion powder? And I looked down, and it was onion powder. So I was like, well,
Yeah.
and it was a big batch. I was like, well, let me just mix some
Yep.
stuff together, and lo and behold, the porker rub was born. I was like, I guess it was a happy mistake. Let me
Nice.
write it down what I put in there. And people liked it. Something like that too.
Yep.
Hey, listen, I think it happens to everybody. But let's dive into some Super Bowl talk. What are y'all cooking up on Super Bowl?
No clue yet.
No clue.
Maybe I don't know. We haven't decided yet. I'll throw down some salsa and then either some fajitas or some wings or just a mixture of stuff to do there once we get back. Something short and sweet that I can get done after church.
Yeah. I don't know yet, man. Everyone thinks like I'm always cooking big, right? I only cook like for the video content. Like
Yeah.
it's only myself and my wife and my kid. Honestly, my other two boys,
They're gone.
they're big, but it's like, okay, what do I cook? Like it's only my wife and my son that really eats. And I don't have a clue yet. I think I have a few video content that I'm preparing for what to cook for Super Bowl. I'm probably too late on that, but I was like, who cares? You'll probably still get some people. So
Yep.
probably something simple, man. Like that day, I probably just want to relax and not worry too much about my cook. I'm probably just gonna grill some fajitas, maybe a flat or something like that. Just something simple. Uh, I don't know yet, man. That's a good question. I haven't done dino ribs for a while, but I don't want to baby the wood. I want to relax.
For it.
The fire. I
Yep.
mean.
Me personally, I'm not cooking anything because I'll be on the way back from Austin. So we'll either probably stopping at Junior's for a bit and watch the game there, or we'll come home depending on how tired I am. But we'll see.
You, you
But
got a question, man. Do you guys eat at barbecue spots you have a good barbecue spot? You say, hey man, this is good food over here, or do you like you tasted so much barbecue, so much meat, and you're like, man, I don't want to go nowhere. They all taste about the same.
No,
They're like, or you're like that. Oh man, mine's is better, or
my wife calls me. She's like, "Oh, here comes the barbecue snob. We're gonna go to the food, this and that. You're always gonna." I said, "Well, I have that I love. Now you judge it off of that. Is it better? Is it
Yep.
not?" we'll go to some because yeah, we get the hunger for barbecue just like anybody else.
Yeah, yeah,
We don't want to cook, brisket, or I don't want to go and start this long cook or whatever. So yeah, um, we kind of try some places out, and there's some that we've been to, like we've been to Franklin's up in Austin, that we're like, okay, wow, that's pretty amazing. I can see why he's up there. I've been to one in Fort Worth. I can't think of the name. Dane's Craft Barbecue or something like that up there.
Yep.
We've been to Gold. I've been to Goldie's up there. The one was Texas Best Month for one time, and it was super good. So you can see why they're good, and then there's places that people say, "Oh, this is awesome," and then we're like, "Yeah, I've had better. I could
Yep.
be better." But it's all up to people's taste buds. I mean, we don't ever go to try to knock it or anything like that.
Yeah, it's it's kind of, some places are hit and miss. Um, I would probably say if they're open all day, you have to hit it early in the morning. Because I think as the day goes on, the cooks kind of get tired. They get busy, so they kind of forget some stuff. So it may not be as good as it was, first thing in the morning.
yeah, yeah.
If it's there, they're open to sell out, then you have a better chance of the barbecue being good. But yeah, sometimes we'll go and, like, I don't know. It's, the meats were good, but the sides were horrible, or it's the vice versa, and it's like, you know, it, it's just kind of finding that spot that we can go to. But yeah, we're always down to go try a different one and just kind of um, see how ours compares to theirs, or if we're going from
Yeah, of course.
DFW to like Houston or Austin or whatever. Just want to kind of compare what the regions, because everyone's going to cook different styles, and
Yeah.
they're not all going to be the same. So,
All right.
but
I thought I was the only one, man.
No, no,
no,
definitely not. Definitely not.
Yeah,
I think
it
that's
gets.
that's everyone that cooks enough barbecue. Once you cook enough, you develop that taste that you like, and it's kind of hard to go away from that taste. So,
Yeah, I definitely
you know,
like trying other foods. Obviously, I'm a big foodie. I think when we go out, my wife's already like, no barbecue spot. I'm like, yeah, 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 yeah. So
yeah,
we do other stuff besides barbecue, but every once in a while I'll have that urge, like where are we? I want good barbecue, like I want everything, like the good sides, the good platter, like I want it all, right? But
yep,
they're hard to find. You have your good days and bad days. You can't blame the restaurant alone. And like you said, they're tired. You got there late. Don't complain because you got the last
yep,
brisket, it's gonna be dry, But yeah, I'm with you,
yep,
man.
yep, for sure. You got anything, Junior, before we wrap
That's
it
all
up
I
for
had.
the
That
show?
was my only question on that, because, like I said, I know
Yeah,
we've cracked. Everybody crashed and burned at something. That's why I stay away
yeah,
from all that. I was like, how did you come up with that? I don't know. You have to ask him. That's all him. He does all that. I don't do all that.
yeah,
I've got nothing else.
yeah. We'll wrap it up. So, once again, tell them where they can find you, find your products, and where can they find you on social media, or how they should find you on social media, I should say.
Yeah, man. Thank you to allowing me to be here, man. I hope the content was great for you guys. I apologize for this
And there he goes again.
internet. Yeah, where they could find afuegolento.shop, afuegolento.shop. And of course, all our social media has a Fuego Lento Seasoning, a Fuego Lento Seasoning on TikTok, Instagram, uh, Facebook. Um, we're not big on YouTube yet, man. That's a different platform, but we're there. We're there. We don't have that much content on YouTube. We're slowly getting there. We're slowly getting there. But yeah, a Fuego Lento Seasoning, man. Look us up. We're a very small company. We're learning from amazing guys like these two guys right here. And man, we're just give us an opportunity to be in your kitchen or backyard, and man, you won't regret it, man. It's a great run. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Be sure to give him a like, follow on all his social media platforms. Give those products a try of his. I'm telling you, you will not be disappointed at all. And of course, be sure to follow us on all the social media sites. Ours is Big Selena's Barbecue on TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, all those. Be sure to stay up to date. Give our products a try if you have not already. That's BigSelenasBarbecue.com. As we always say, try it once, try it twice, because you never know. You just may get hooked on that big taste, big flavor, Big Selenas. You gonna do your outro,
Appreciate that.
Junior? You
Oh,
got
my
anything?
answer? No, no, definitely go check him out on TikTok. That's what I was doing pretty much the whole time, looking at some of his videos. So if you actually want to see it in action from start to finish, check it out on TikTok. I think he even will go live from time to time, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So he'll go live and he's there. He'll answer your questions. So definitely go and check him out. And let him know, like I said, all feedback, we always say all feedback is good feedback. We can always learn something from that. And it's a good way to learn. That's how I've gone on things and learned a lot, talk to different people. So definitely go check him out on TikTok. Check us out on TikTok. Do everything he said, like we said, always anything you do it like we're all doing it here. Do it with love, do it with passion, and we will see you down the road.